Everybody has a podcast.
Yeah. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Woo! And the place to be. Back from the weekend. Oh man, I hope y'all had a good weekend. Welcome into the show. Everybody has a podcast. Whis Creever coming in momentarily. You know who we got in the studio.
J.Wiggy, take out the trash!
Whoa. What it do, Grand Mills? What you up to?
J.Wiggy, what's up, my boy?
Whew. Lots to talk about. Lots of football. Football in March, April. Got some frustrations over the revamped install that I promised I would update on last week. Wah, wah.
Oh man, this is going to be a great show. We're going to get into it. I was going to say something at the top of the show. So last week, I don't know why the fuck it does this shit, but like for some reason, so I got two soundboards, kind of. I guess I got one that's got a lot of sounds on it. I got one that's also the broadcast mixer, which has sounds on it too. But for some fucking reason, sometimes the one of them is like, well, fucking, I don't know why it ran through default on the last show. It's supposed to run through the broadcast fucking mixer, but for some reason, and that's why you will hear J.Wiggy. Anytime you hear half a J.Wiggy intro and it just does this and nothing else, that means that, because I hear it on my end, will go through on my headphones, so I don't know, but everybody else won't hear shit. So that's why it's fucked up. And like I was doing all the sound effects last time, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I went and I looked at the goddamn shit, and it was default. I went back through the show, and I was like, "Well, goddamn." So anyway, got that shit straight. We got fucking sound effects. Hey,
Brody, get in the cello.
That's
So
what I like to hear. That's
got
what I like to
fucking
hear.
bored up, man. But man, god damn it, shit pisses me off when that happens. Anyway, fucking weekend review, my man. How was your weekend?
Good weekend overall, but yeah, Saturday was a waste. I told you I'm getting frustrated with the NCAA. Latest reports, they're pushing back the release next summer, next fall. Dude, we might be looking at 2025 before we see an NCAA football game drop on a new console. That pisses me off. They said originally fall 23, summer 24. I don't see it. So, with that being said, I tried to do Revamped, and we've talked about Revamped before. It's basically rogue group of programmers who have updated 2014. You can do the playoff bracket. You can a lot of more modern uniforms, graphics. All the reviews are great. They've done a really cool job on this. But for Xbox 360, you have to do some mods.
Have
And
you
man,
actually got to play it before you tried the installation?
I have not. I have not tried to play it yet. Haven't had an opportunity to play it. I don't know anybody that has it, but all the videos, YouTube, on Reddit, everything looks phenomenal. I mean, it's basically 14 running off the same engine, just the graphics smoother, updated stadiums, the playoff mode. So, you know what? But I mean, to be fair, I mean, is that not what they do with Madden and shit? Anyways, they do a couple of tweaks and they resell the shit to you every year. Um, so, yeah, I ordered the chips to update my Xbox 360. You got to get these chips and mods and all this shit. Man, I got into the guts of this motherfucker and had to start soldering stuff, and I knew right away I probably got in too deep. But the soldering went fine. The lights came on these chips. Then you got to fucking program this shit. And man, I bailed. I bailed on it. I took the solder off, took the chips off, and I think I was just in over my head on it. So back to square one on Revamped. I would love to do an in-depth review on it. I think there's a lot of potential there because I don't see any of you guys, any of you motherfuckers that want to play NCAA anytime soon, an updated version. It's not going to drop. And 2014 is also selling over, 100, 150 bucks right now.
I seen it for $350 on Amazon.
Oh, God. Really?
I swear to God.
Fuck. See, that's what's happening. People want to play. And you got to think too, man. A lot of motherfuckers, 10 years ago is when this game dropped, NCAA 14, because it's always the year before. So there's a lot of guys, kids back then probably didn't play it that want to play it now. So yeah, it's so that was my Saturday. It didn't work out well. I will go back to square one. You can go ahead and order pre-modded Xbox 360s, or you can send it in and have some dude mod your shit for you. I'm looking at those avenues. I will get you guys another update on the revamped project soon. But doing that shit myself, man, I just don't have enough nerdo potential to do that shit.
I looked at it on the PC. It's kind of the same thing. I have all this the updated teams and everything. You have to go in here and do a bunch of shit. And I was like, "Fuck it, man! I'll just get Madden 23." So that's what I've been playing lately, man. Those motherfuckers, those kids are brutal, man. They get your ass.
Yeah, you've been playing online, right?
I've been doing it a couple times. There's the thing that I might get into this a little bit later because it might be a Grant Scripes. I don't know yet. I'm filling it out, but Madden 23 is excellent. You know what I mean? This shit is fucking great. Go get it. I only paid $18 for that shit on Steam, dude. Runs like a dream on my fucking computer, and I love it, man. I get on there and I'll play a game a night, man. It's kind of like just chilling, man. A little stress reliever, But don't get if online, man. It's kind of a crapshoot because you get online, man, and you might get some kid that ain't shit, but you probably gonna get somebody that's pretty damn good. It sucks because like when I play, man, I kind of just want to like fuck fools up. But like if you get on with these kids, man, they will fuck you up. Like they ain't playing out here.
That's what they do, man.
Yeah, they gonna fuck you up. And if they don't fuck you up, another thing that pisses me off is they'll quit the goddamn game. Like when you're winning, fuckers. So yeah, that shit kind of pissed me off. But it's still cool though because you got the whole gaming experience. And like you said, man, I'm missing out on the whole when we played NCAA. Fucking killing it on that shit. I don't know, man. It's kind of like the whole NIL world, and I know that's not technically what that is. Well, it is. It is. So it's fucking up shit, man. That's the whole reason it's taking so long because you got to figure all that out, and it's a pain in the fucking ass.
It's a nightmare, and that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I saw someone, and again, this is down the pipeline. That's probably the only game drop that I've been paying close attention to. But someone also said they may have to redevelop some parts of NCAA to include NIL shit in the game.
Yeah, that's a whole fucking other thing within itself,
Yeah, and
how long is that gonna take? God.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? I think that shit's cool to a degree if you're trying, but man, I just want to play fucking football. I never understood why, and this is a J.Wiggy gripe, why they just didn't originally. I didn't even give a fuck about playing accurate rosters. Just make the rosters random. Don't put real
fucking no names or anything.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, they already came as like wide receiver number 9, and I mean, to be fair, dude, none of those guys looked like a fucking current player. I mean, unless I'm blind. Oh yeah, he's about the same size and height, and he's an African American quarterback. I mean,
right. You can't. Yeah, there's like a distinction.
Yeah, and I think I thought it was stupid. I thought they should have had the game defaulted where every time you load up a season or a team, unless you save it, it should have just fucking randomized every fucking player, and that way there's no question that they're not, swagger jacking somebody's actual image and shit like that. So, yeah, man, I could go all day on that. That's been my project, especially for you guys out there that like NCAA like I do. Huge fan. I think I had it every season it dropped. And I'm waiting for it to come back, but I'm looking for alternatives. Grant, I may take you up and have to go the Madden Avenue soon.
You have Steam, right?
Yeah, I've got it on computer. I probably need a better computer, but I think it would run well enough.
Yeah, man, you ought to check it out, dude. I bet you could get it pretty cheap since you're probably already on there. Like I said, dude, I snagged it for $18. I'm not sure if that's the standard price, but pretty great fucking deal, man. I've been nerding it up on that bitch.
May take you up on that. That's a great idea.
We got a stud boy in the house.
What up, Whis?
You've been eating pussy this weekend, haven't you?
You know what, motherfucker?
I knew it. I knew it when you talk like that, you fucking crazy fuck. How's your weekend?
Pretty good. I know y'all don't even know about the yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, that tells me all I need to know. You know what today is? Happy International Whiskey Day.
Oh.
I'm just doing all kinds of sounds.
We get calls coming in.
What? I love whiskey. And it is International Whiskey Day. And J.Wiggy, I wanted to ask you. Shoot. I know, I'm on a burger quest. I'm doing all kind of different regional burger styles.
Oh.
If you're going to cook up burgers for the family, let's just say the wife is like, I need you to do burgers. What's your go-to? Like, what are you doing, man? I need to know the method of cooking, and then like the spices, you know what I'm saying? Give us the spices and how that kind of goes down.
I always like cooking Burgers, two ways. I like to grill them a little bit. I'm getting more into like that Blackstone style, or homeboy
You got a
LD is.
Blackstone? That's like is that now? If you're gonna grill on a Blackstone, you got two deals, right? You got like the open flame, and then there a flat top on there too.
Yeah, I don't have one yet, but I've had burgers on them and I like it. So I
Hey man,
use
I think LD got one.
Yeah, LD got one. I use the next best. I like we have a flat cast iron I'll put on the stovetop.
Oh, the
And
cast iron is what I use.
that's the way to go with a burger. I keep this. Yeah, I like a good fatty but good ground beef. I gotta get that. I got maybe 80-20. What do you think on the ground beef?
So it just depends, man. Do you do a smash burger, or what are you? You got a thick patty kind of deal, or what? Do you grind your own burgers, or do you go? You said 80-20, so I'm off the top of my head thinking you just go to the store and get you some ground chuck.
I do, yeah. Some ground beef,
That's cool.
80-20. Kind of fatty, but I do like a thicker patty. I like them kind of crisp on the edge. A little salt, little pepper. I like a little garlic powder too. Think that shit's pretty good. Yeah, nothing fancy with that. But man, nice slice of cheese, and none of that cheese product shit. I need some real ass cheese on there.
So you're gonna get a bunch of ground beef and make your own patties. Is that right, or do you get the pre-pattied up?
I've done both. I don't think you can go wrong with pre-patty, especially if you're making for a lot of people.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Yeah, I think if you're really going for a dinner burger, or you're having, I think you got to make your own shit. That cast iron and roll up the patty.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I like that shit. I want to know your method, because mine's basically like that. But I will add one thing, and this is, I wouldn't say recent, but in the past year or two. Yeah, instead of just going and getting any bun, I like to go into the bakery and get that brioche, fresh made shit from whatever bakery they have. Put that in the oven for a second, slap a little butter on each side.
Oh, you fancy.
Oh, man. You know what? Simple shit to make a good one.
Nothing wrong with that. What I've been doing is I've been on a burger quest. Now, and so what I've been doing, regional burgers. The first one was a steamed burger. I wanted to master the steamed burger. I've probably pretty much done that. So we've done the steamed burger. The next quest was the deep fried burger. There's a joint in Memphis that does it. I watch the Food Network. Anybody that watches the Food Network already knows the place I'm going to say. Memphis, Tennessee, Dyer's Hamburgers in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. They do a deep fried hamburger in the cast iron. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I mastered the steamed burger. So I want to try this bad boy out. I go to the store and get, I don't even know, a fucking jug of beef tallow, actually.
Ooh.
And because that's what they do their shit in. They have actually 100-and-something-year-old grease that they cook these burgers in. They strain it out every, day, but it's the same grease that they used since the place opened. So it's like crazy good. Now, of course, you can't duplicate that with what the fuck I got, but they do beef tallow, and that's what they've been doing. So I went and got the beef tallow. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep this shit, because it's like the fucking jug I got was like $25. It wasn't that big.
Ooh.
And it was like, it gave me the right amount, though, to put. I just put the whole thing in there. And and so I'm going to use a little bit. I'm still in the quest. I'm still doing it. And I've got it kind of like almost there. They're fucking good, man, but they're not where I want them at. Like when I'm done with the food quest, man, it's got to be slamming. So, the next go around, I got some better beef coming in. But this one, I've been doing 80-20, and they say to do a 70-30 with these, but that's a bit, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a professional fucking burger slanger, so it's not like this fat's going to be hanging out in my fucking cast iron for years on end. But at the same time, they say that a very lean burger actually soaks up the fat rather than repelling it, I guess, like a fucking, negative ion. I don't know, man. It seems weird to me, and I'm getting into some kind of deep shit right here. But like, maybe I don't know if that's where I'm at, man. The seasonings aren't right there for me right now. I got a couple of different avenues that I'm doing with it as far as the seasonings go, but they're pretty fucking good, man. Yeah, and they cook fast as fuck. Once you smash that bad boy out and put it in the grease, man, you got like a few seconds and it's good to go.
Now with the tallow, what's the process there? Do you put that in the pan? Do you cook it with that? It's probably a stupid question, but I'm curious
No,
how
no,
you.
man. You just get let's say go to the store, get your shit. You got the cast iron, put it in there, and you want to fill it up. Like not all the way up, but like man, about halfway, I guess, and enough to submerge the burgers. You know,
Right.
put them in there, and then once you heat it up to, if they say 350, it's about 350. That's about right. And then what I do as far as method for preparation, because once you put them in there, they fucking get it. So you need to be prepared. Like you don't need to, you need to have all your shit ready before you put them in the grease. To me, that's what I do. So you're just ready to go. So I do a double because I always do a double burger cheese because you
Mm,
won't be hungry later.
got
That is a
to.
piece of advice I had from a homeboy. Definitely do that. So I get two separate plates. I smashed them bitches, and I did. Right now, I got to get a better seasoning. I feel like my seasoning ain't right, but I'm still experimenting with it. I got like a Worcestershire onion powder blend, and then Hidden Valley's ranch. And you got to do good with your seasonings. Do a lot of that shit because it's gonna burn off. And yeah, that's how I've been doing them. Smash them out, put them in the grease. Boom. I do a little lettuce for a contrast of cold and crisp. Mustard, a little mayonnaise, definitely yellow onion to bite it up, and yeah, good on that. No ketchup.
No, that's a good burger. Do you have a side preference? Do you do some like home style fries or?
I get sweet potato chips. I've been on them sweet potato
Oh,
chips lately, and they're pretty goddamn good.
motherfuckers are real
So
good.
yeah, get down on that. We're still hooking it up with the Burger Quest, and I'll my next go around. I've ordered some pretty good beef on this next one, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my seasonings, man. If I'm gonna how I'm gonna switch that up, we will see on
It's
that.
it's crazy. A little bit can go a long way, but sometimes you kind of wish you would have added a little more. I need to get better into my accounting on how much I actually put in there because I'm just kind of like a dash here and a dash there, and then I'll go back and I'll be like, "Fuck, I should have used more." So I think I'm gonna start, like you said, you got to prep everything. I think I'm actually gonna account for how much I put in, and then that way, if I put in too little, I know next time I need to go a little bit more and a little bit
People don't
more.
season enough because you're gonna lose a lot of it in the pan. So
Oh yeah,
you gotta get on it
yeah.
and with the seasonings. So if you think
Slap.
you're doing not enough, you're not probably well. If you think you're doing too much, you're probably doing not enough actually. So
Yeah, I'd say so.
get on that shit, goddamn!
Burger time. Wasn't that a video game?
Oh. Oh shit. God. Oh.
Burger time.
I do love me some cheeseburgers. Yo, J.Wiggy,
What up?
listen, I had sex with this girl this weekend.
Oh, how was
Yeah.
that?
Oh, it's pretty good, but she was so dumb she thought Taco Bell was a Mexican phone company.
No.
That was pretty stupid, yeah.
Oh,
I love fucking dumb girls because they fuck the best. Don't fuck no smart girls. They had too much sense and shit.
they think too much.
I don't listen to Grant Mills. He's dumb as a moose, yeah.
Oh, hey, man. What is going on in the NFL? Lamar Jackson has said he was requesting a trade. This shit crazy because why would you get rid of him? I guess
Yeah.
his only deal is he can't fucking stay healthy. You know, maybe he gets hurt every year too. These running quarterbacks, but I still, man, what are they doing? He's gonna fucking request a trade. Where's he gonna go? He doesn't
Yeah.
have an agent, which is fucking stupid. But he's very fucking dynamic, so I have no idea.
I always thought Lamar Jackson was not as big as he is. He's 6'2", and what is he? 230. He's a big old boy.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he doesn't play like he's a 6'2", 230 quarterback. He's very, like you said, dynamic, quick. But yeah, the injuries. I don't know. Where do you think he could end up at if he gets his trade approved?
People are saying Indianapolis.
Seems like a weird destination. I could see it though.
What? I don't know. Who does Atlanta have? I don't know. you know, so much shit about the NFL that's fucking crazy, Tom. They should have just put him on the non-exclusive franchise tag, man, and just fucking, try to work it out with him, because I feel like people are gonna get it in the end with him. He's got something to prove. He's not a quintessential quarterback, so you do have that off goddamn period of or chance of somebody really fucking him up on a run, like Joe Theismann shit. But when Joe Theismann got fucked up, he wasn't running. That's what I'm saying. You're running. That's a whole different deal in the NFL. It could in your career. But with that being said, you can't play like you don't want to get hurt either. So I don't know, man. What do you do? I'm trying to think of the teams. Carolina, but they're probably going to go with C.J. Stroud because I think they have a top pick, and I would go with him too because he looks like a quintessential NFL quarterback, man. And they're in the rebuild mode right now.
Yeah, Stroud's going to be he's going to be a good pick. I love Bryce Young. I think he's got I think Bryce
Young got to go to the right team. He needs to go to somewhere like a Seattle.
Yeah,
it has that kind of that whole deal.
And I hate saying that size doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters in the NFL, man.
Yeah, but it does.
It's changing, but it does matter depending on what kind of team you're trying to run.
It's going to matter if you've played ball before, and I have years and ages ago, when you actually put a little mass on and you can move and you can take a lick, it feels a lot different when you have even 10 extra pounds, 20 extra pounds of cushion on you than when you're smaller. You might be faster, but you're also faster with less cushion. So think about that. You're going to be hit a lot fucking harder. So it matters. It matters a whole lot. So I think he'll do well, but I think you're right on that. I think C.J. Stroud is more of your prototypical.
Where do you see Lamar going?
Lamar, I don't know. I think right now, and I had it pulled up. I think right now there's so many unknowns because the draft's right around the corner. I don't know. I couldn't see.
Don't the Bucks need a quarterback too?
I could see Bucks. Bucks I could see more than Indy. I don't know why. This is just a feeling, but man, what if he went to the USFL and went to the Birmingham Stallions?
Hey, he's way too talented for any of that shit. God. I'd be going to some games, goddamn.
Hell yeah, I would too. God damn.
They're talking about New England, but they kind of got Mac Jones, and they're trying to work that out. And I'm not sure why that's not really working out right now. But I don't think he has much of an O-line over there.
Nah, I think Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I think you could build around Mac Jones. He's a good New England quarterback. I don't know. I did see another quarterback, one of our favorites, Garoppolo, got offered free sex for life from a Las Vegas brothel. Did you see that?
What? I did not see that.
Yeah, it was I think the Chicken or the Bunny Ranch, one of them out there. Jimmy Garoppolo offered free sex for life from Las Vegas.
He can get sex whenever he wants.
He doesn't really have to take them. I saw somebody's comment. It made me laugh. I have to go back and read it, but it was, why are you picking up cigarette butts off the ground all the time to smoke those when you can smoke a cigar anytime you fucking want? Which is true. I mean, why does he have to go to a brothel? But it's kind of a cool deal, though, for him, right?
I guess. I don't know. Can you give some of them hoes to your friends or something? Maybe you can, up there and I don't know, man. I mean, shit, dude. He doesn't need that. So, whatever, man. I mean, I know he's linked to porn stars and shit. So, I don't know, man. Maybe he's in that world, but I ain't gonna judge him, man. Hell, I'd probably be in that world too.
Man, I'd be up there all the time, just trying to get down.
I'll be trying to scope it out. Oh, did you catch any XFL games this weekend?
I watched some highlights, and I've got some results now or later, whenever we want to do them.
We'll go ahead and get into that later. Let's go ahead and check out some fucking news right now. All right, you motherfuckers. We're talking about International Whiskey Day right now. So we are.
Yes.
Oh man, so we got some stories. Monday, Ben Hooper, he'd be writing about this shit. Monday marks International Whiskey Day, affording a perfect opportunity for connoisseurs to reflect on times the spirit has graced the odd news headlines. International Whiskey Day was inaugurated on March 27, 2009 during the Whiskey Day Festival in the northern Netherlands. The date was chosen to coincide with the birthday of British writer Michael Jackson, who authored numerous influential tomes about whiskey and beer. Here are 5 times the sippable spirit made odd news headlines. New Tennessee distillery boasts world's longest bar. Ooh. The Humble Baron, have you ever been there? Whiskey distillery, which opened its doors for the first time. This, I don't know if that right. It says this month. Is this an old story? Really look back. No, it's not.
Oh shit.
So the first time this month in Shelbyville, Tennessee was constructed to house the longest permanent continuous bar in the world. You know we love world records over here. A Guinness World Record adjudicator visited the establishment and verified the bar measured 518 feet long.
God damn.
What? Breaking the previous record of 405 feet, 10 inches, set by the Beer Barrel Salon on Ohio's South Bass Island. Dieter, you don't hear a lot of motherfuckers named Dieter. Dieter Mueller of Barrie, Ontario, Canada, said he had long been fascinated by the story of several bottles of whiskey that sank to the bottom of Otter Lake in a 1964 boat crash. So he brought friend Adam Balakazla and diving expert Dave Davidson to help him search. Davidson was able to bring 3 bottles to the surface during a day of diving, and the men were elated to discover one of the bottles was sealed and intact. The men said they hoped to return to search for more bottles. Yeah, all right. And story number 2. New Hampshire distillery turns invasive crabs into whiskey. Oh, crab whiskey.
Fuck?
Man, you know, I had some crab cheesecake one time. Never, ever eat that. That was horrible. Whiskey maker Tamworth Distilling teamed up with the University of New Hampshire's NH Green Crab Project to develop a House of Tamworth Crab Trapper, which the distillery said is made with a bourbon base, steeped with a custom crab, corn, and spice blend mixture. The crabs used in the distilling process are green crabs, a species native to Europe and considered invasive in New England. The distillery said it wanted to put the invasive species to good use while raising awareness of the threat they pose to the ecosystem. So all right, cool. Crab whiskey. I don't know. I'd try it. Sounds disgusting.
I'm allergic to shellfish, so I wonder if taking a shot of that would fucking kill me.
Yeah, it would. Don't do it. What now? I know you didn't know you was allergic until one time you ate some shrimp or something, and you got what happened?
Yeah, it was adult onset. I actually grew up, going to the coast and shit every summer, eating shrimp. I used to actually fish with shrimp when I'd go down there, so I'd always get a sack. We'd cook half of it and then, save some for fishing and shit. And, man, it was the weirdest thing. Me and a homeboy of mine went out to a local Cajun restaurant here. We got some crab cakes, ate said crab cakes. Man, like 15 minutes later, I was sweating profusely. And I felt like I was going to shut down. I was like, holy fuck. And dude, just what the fuck was going on?
Did you have to go to the hospital or anything?
I should have. I didn't. I was about 20, early 20s at the time. And just being a dumbass, I was like, man, I feel like shit. It was almost like my body was in a big vice or a wrench and somebody was squeezing me. It was just a bitch. Went home. I was actually... just moved back with my parents after making some dumb fuck decisions in life, and went to my room, slept it off. I woke up the next day, scheduled an allergy test just because I had a feeling it was the crab. And yeah, no shit. Like a week later, got the results back, and was allergic to shellfish. So after actually over 20 years of not being allergic to shellfish, just one day, I was allergic to fucking shellfish.
Oh man,
Ain't that weird?
that fucking sucks. I love shellfish.
I do too. And see, it's even more of a tease. And that's my biggest complaint. I'd rather have been allergic to it the whole fucking time. That way you don't know how good it is. So, which, lobster and crab.
What's your favorite of all of it? Like lobster, crab, shrimp?
It was shrimp. I loved shrimp back in the day, man. Fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, shrimp scampi, all that shit. But yeah, fried popcorn shrimp, something like that. Or, some grilled shrimp, man. That was my shit.
Shrimp. We got a world's largest bottle of whiskey auction in Scotland. You know, Scotland, they're going to be about the Scottish whiskey. 82.16 gallon bottle of 30-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey from the Macallan Distillery was officially dubbed the world's largest by Guinness World Records when it was bottled by Duncan Taylor Scotch Whiskey in 2021. The 5-foot, 11-inch bottle known as the Intrepid was auctioned the following year by Edinburgh-based Lion and Turnbull for a whopping $1.375 million.
God damn.
Shit. Who the fuck bought that? And what do they do with it? Do you just put it in your, wherever, and then just, or do you be drinking on the shit? I don't know.
I actually asked a buddy that
taller than me. Like, you got a 5'11" bottle of fucking whiskey. What are you doing with this?
Yeah, I asked a buddy of mine that makes a lot more money than me about, he's got a fancy whiskey. Now, it ain't a 5-foot tall fucking bottle. But man, when you spend that much and you have, 1.2 million, I'm not in anybody's league that's got that kind of cash flow. But, guys that, buy these $400 or $500 bottles and shit, when you do that, well, when there's a special occasion, I mean, dude.
Is it that much better? Like, what is the goddamn benefit of like something really expensive like that?
I don't know.
More fucked up some way. I mean, what is it?
I agree with you. We went to a bar in Chattanooga, and you could try like a bunch of fancy whiskeys, and man, you were paying premium prices for one little sip of this shit. And and I tried some higher end shit. I need to go back to my list and break it down what I tried, but I didn't think most of it was worth it. I've always read that most guys are in that $30 to $50 range on taste test. When you taste bottles over 50, they start not really giving a shit. Under 30, you can start tasting the quality. So that's just what I've heard. That's what I've read, and I believe that. I mean, I think you're going to pay a little more for decent shit, but dude, I mean, really, for a 5-foot tall bottle of fucking liquor, what's that shit gonna taste like?
Well, it's like I went and got my haircut from Robert Harry. and there is a liquor store right by there. So I made a customary goddamn thing of like, when I go and get my shit cut, I'm going to get a bottle of fucking liquor at this liquor store that's right by the goddamn place because, fuck it. I'll because, somewhere down the line, I'm going to probably want some liquor and I'll be like, damn, why didn't I pick this up while I was by the liquor store? So I go by the liquor store. I go by this liquor store. They got Elijah Craig, right? They got these two other goddamn varieties I've never seen. I usually get the rye or whatever the red label is. I can't remember. But they got this one called the Toasted Oak Barrel. That motherfucker was $110. I was about to get it. And then I saw it was like $110. Oh, man. Fuck that shit. I'll go back to the rye shit for like $40, $50, man. That's why I'm trying to be 40 to 60, man. I mean, it's not bottom of the barrel shit, but why are you doing 100 and up? I don't understand.
No, I don't. I agree with you. To me, it's what guys who have slightly graduated from middle class incomes that got their first big promotion. They're over 40 now. They've paid off a couple of bills and debt. It just gives them a way to spend a little more money thinking they're getting something. It's bougie. That's what the fuck it is. People just want to spend to say they have that. Because if you just have a bottle of Jack sitting on the shelf, dude, you're not going to feel fancy. And I don't know why. Jack's a fucking perfectly great drink.
I'm okay with that. I'm down
I
with
love Jack. I would actually, and this is, we need to do this. This is going to be live on location, maybe in a couple of weeks. Do a taste test. Get a couple of the guys together. Maybe even invite Robert Harry, and we can have a 5 different liquors ranging from bottom of the barrel shit to something we can find over $100 and everything in the middle and kind of graduate. I guarantee if we do a
That's
taste
a good
test.
idea. We ought to do that. We don't have to do it on location or anything, but I mean, we can still. That's a good idea. We can still do it.
Yeah, and I think if we do a blind test, I would guarantee the middle is going to win every time. I mean, I think you're going to see those $30 to $50, $40 to $60 bottles. I've gone to that store though. The store you're talking about is actually a really good store. They
got a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, I think they're pretty fair on markup. Unfortunately, here with ABC shit fucking everybody up, and you can't get good premium shit. You can find a lot of premium shit there. You'll pay for it, but you're not paying as much as the other stores are gonna charge you. I mean, some shit's still a little ridiculous, but I ain't buying that shit.
You and me both, my friend. My friend. Did you All right. What else we got with whiskey news? That might be the last thing. No, we got one more story with Whiskey Day news.
Sweet.
International Whiskey Day news. Contractors find a whiskey bottle under floor of Scottish kitchen. Woo! Contractor Craig Harrigan said he and a colleague were working in the kitchen of Edinburgh, Scotland home when they pulled up the floor and discovered a message written by the home's previous owners in 2001 and a bottle of Glencairn whiskey. Jack and May lived here. The message the message read, 3 kids and a dog, kitchen done up during April and May 2001. All the best. Have a drink on us, baby.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So fuck yeah. Well, you know what we're going to do right now? Something has come up on me. I really got to do an impromptu piss. We're going to do a quick break. Not going to be that long. We will be back one moment. Oh, baby. Back in the house. What? Had to take a quick break there, folks. Sorry. All right. So, we're talking about International Whiskey Day, winding down the news. Lots of shit going on. Have you dranking? I was about to say drinking. Have you drunk? That's not a word. Have you been drinking any whiskey today, Wiggy?
Yeah, a little bit. Went back with a classic, Wild Turkey 101, my favorite of all time.
Oh, baby, that's hardcore shit.
Yeah, a little sip. A little ice in it tonight. What about yourself?
A Gentleman Jack.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yes, double mellowed for a smooth taste.
I mean, I've been drinking on Aristocrat fucking, it ain't whiskey, but, you know, it's fucking.
That's shit.
Hey, fuck you, I'm a player, y'all.
Oh, man, that has nothing to do with drinking shitty liquor.
You're a homeless player. God damn, shit's terrible.
You don't know how to pimp, y'all. I don't gotta spend money to get fucked up.
All right.
All right, well.
That's terrible.
Yeah, when we talk... Yeah. We talk about budget stuff here and better shit. When you're drinking Aristocrat, you're at you can taste that bullshit.
That is not good liquor, folks. But hey, sometimes we just do what we got to do. I'm trying to think of the cheapest liquor. I'll go as far as whiskey would probably be Jack. Nothing too much cheaper than that because Man, what do you got down there? Rich and Rare, Club 400. That's terrible. Evan Williams. I can't even do Evan Williams.
What about Jim Beam? Can you do Jim Beam?
Here's Jim. Oh man, the thing about Jim is Jim Beam is like I can either it's not the thing about that's fucked up about Jim is there's no in between with Jim. Like you're either drinking a little bit and you're kind of fucked up, or you're blackout fucking drunk. Like there is no in between medium. I don't know why it jumps the shark like that, but like man, I'll be damned. That shit, I can never fucking just be chill on Jim. It's usually always a blackout kind of fucking drunk scenario. So
their single barrel they made is a really good. I had that. I actually had it not too long ago. They make a pretty fancy Jim Beam single barrel, and if you haven't had it, I recommend it. It's about $50, give or take, wherever you're at. But yeah, with the low end, just Jim, $10 bottle that you're gonna get. Man, that's one of those. I actually think it's smooth enough that you could. Yeah, that's the problem. You could actually just start drinking that shit. And then, yeah, you wake up next morning in a fucking daze.
Yeah, drinking the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all dumbasses.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. If I'm gonna go to the store, it's probably gonna be Jack, Elijah Craig, or something that I don't know about, and I'm just like a random pick.
Yeah, that's kind of fun though. Kind of set a budget for yourself and try something in that. Sometimes I'll go for something like a $35 bottle just to see what I can find with a weird name and just shoot my shot on it. I've come up with some decent ones, kind of just doing that shit.
Hey, y'all think Jesus got horny, y'all?
What? You been drinking that Aristocrat all day? God damn.
Oh, I don't even know what to do. Do you think Jesus got horny? I don't know.
Damn, Whis.
That's an interesting question. That's kind of a brain buster.
What's the answer?
I would think he did, y'all. I mean, I don't know. You motherfuckers shit, bitch.
I don't know, man. That's kind of like I guess he. I don't know. I've never heard too many Jesus fucking stories, but let's just go with yes. For the sake of a fucking argument, I guess. Oh, wow. Very interesting.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so, yeah. He probably had a big dick.
All right. What the fuck?
All right, Whis. Time to...
No, nobody's going to listen to us ever again.
Man. Why is he thinking about that kind of shit?
Listen, sometimes I got questions about life, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't know. Interesting. Interesting questions there. Fucking A. But we, let's go ahead and do a video game. I think we got a video game. Fucking, this is some old school shit. Oh yeah! So we usually do older video games here because all the new ones, man, you got the stupid ass kids that like all the new fucking shit that sucks. Yeah, I'm being an asshole. Maybe some of the new shit's good, but I don't know. We like to look at the old shit here. So what do we have on tap for tonight? And I don't think we've reviewed this before, but if I did back in the day, then fuck y'all. Tecmo Bowl. Man, the original.
Fuck
the
yeah.
Nintendo. And it was an arcade release, I guess, too. Huh. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
American football video game developed and released by Tecmo. Originally released as an arcade game in 1987. The game features a large dual-screen cabinet with up to 4 players between 2 fictitious teams. A port for the Nintendo Entertainment System was released in 1989 and was the first console game to include real National Football League players via a license from the NFL PA, bitch! And if you know what a PA is, that's Players Association.
Play Association, bitch!
I'm a player guy.
A Game Boy version developed by Sculpture Software followed in 1991. The NES version was extremely popular. That's true. Spawning various sequels, starting with 91's Tecmo Super Bowl. The NES original has been cited as one of the best sports video games ever made. The NES and arcade versions have been re-released without the NFLPA license. Interesting. For various platforms, including mobile phones, the Virtual Console, the NES Classic Edition, and Nintendo Switch. Oh man, this game here, I played the fuck out of this. The original arcade version is distinguished by a large 2-monitor cabinet, support up to 4 players, like we just said. The ability to break tackles. Only 2 teams can be chosen, and they are fictitious. Wildcats and the Bulldogs. It's a 2D scroller. Got a pretty big, large color palette and more detailed sprites than the NES version as far as arcade goes. The NES version allows 2 players to play rather than the arcade's 4 players. The player can choose between 3 modes: 1 player, 2 player, and coach. In 1 player mode, the player picks a football team and plays the computer. After every game, the player wins is given a password to continue the quest for the championship, and computer picks another team to play as, and the player stays with the original choice. In the 2-player and coach modes, the player and another human will play 1 game, but the players only choose the plays in the coach mode, which cannot be done in the arcade version. In both versions, the playbook consists of only 4 offensive plays. When on defense, a player selects a play based on the anticipation of the offense's choice. If chosen correctly, it results in a collapse of the offensive line and well-covered receivers, therefore setting up a potential sack or interception. So I remember Bo Jackson on this bitch.
Yeah. Now, he was on the Super Tecmo Bowl, right?
Was he? I might be. You might be right about that.
Yeah, because I fucked up thinking that too, because I got Tecmo Bowl is on the NES emulator, which I have, and I thought that would be the one with Bo on there. But no, this one is all generic without the players, because I used to play the second one, and they also had Mark Super Duper from the Dolphins. He was one of the best receivers on that game, so I made that same mistake. But the original... Did you ever see this in the arcade? I don't remember seeing that double cabinet. I'm looking at it right now, though.
I don't remember it, but I might have ran up on it.
Yeah, it looks pretty fucking...
It's
cool.
one of those that's so ingrained as like a Nintendo game, it's hard to remember it as like, in the arcade. But I might, I kind of remember the dude on the front, like that being on the side of a cabinet. I might be wrong, but it's very vague. And I don't actually remember, like, playing the fucking game in the arcade.
No, I don't either. Good game, though. I mean, like I said, I still get down on the emulator from time to time. But yeah, it's not quite what the second one was with Bo and everybody.
But yeah, that one with Bo, I remember, man. She always picked fucking Bo, and shit. I'll be damned if he didn't beat us. 2 NES versions were released in the U.S. The first is identified by its black and gold seal of quality. Eric Dickerson as running back and Albert Bentley as a kick returner for Indianapolis. The second identified by its white and gold seal, Albert Bentley as running back and Clarence Verdon as kick returner. 1 year later, the Famicom version has many roster changes to reflect being released during the real 1990 NFL season. So, hold on. I'm reading some more shit. Tech Times noted that the game's character of Bo Jackson is absolutely positively and absurdly unstoppable, said to apparently reflect the real Jackson's extraordinary athletic abilities. This character can be effectively used as a means of cheating within the game. I remember that. You always get fucking Bo, man, and beat ass. I knew it. God damn it.
I think that's still... Are we?
It might be an error, man, because this shit sometimes is.
I think they had the team,
but God, it was on that shit though, and maybe it was fucking Bo, but like it wasn't Bo. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's what it was. But I know they actually put the names in Tecmo Super Bowl. I don't want to pretend that I can go back and remember all this shit. And also, too, I know, and this could be on me, the emulator probably waters down some of the games so they can store 20 fucking games in that small ass bitch. But yeah, Bo is a legend on whatever game it may be, and I'm just going to go with Tecmo Bowl because this is your show, my friend.
Hey, fuck it, man. If I thought it was on the original, she might
I
be.
thought it was too, though. To be honest, I could be wrong on that. And like I said, I think they've had so many. They probably shipped the game out a couple of times, and I know they had a few releases. So I don't know.
Well, y'all don't know shit, do you, dumbass motherfuckers?
Well, I think maybe let's just call it like maybe not. Who the hell gives a shit? I think he maybe was on there, but whatever.
He was definitely on one because there's still YouTube videos of that motherfucker, and that was impressive when you got a good bow run.
Hell yeah. I remember backing all the way up and throwing the long bombs every time. That was like the secret to that game. Fucking the Tecmo Bowl, man.
Yeah, run back.
And after that, fucking, what was after Tecmo Bowl? Madden? Did it go straight to Madden after that?
I wonder if it did. That would be a cool genesis to see how it all played out. You know, there was a game. One of the original NES games was 10-Yard Fight. You remember that one? It was a football game. It was fucking awful. If you ever get on an emulator and you try 10-Yard Fight, this game sucked a fucking asshole. It was the worst football game ever. I remember I borrowed it from a friend when it was the dumbest fucking thing. I mean, I 1 out of 5 stars. Can you give a 0? That game was a piece of shit. So never play that. 10-Yard Fight's horrible. I don't know why I'm going on a rant. I just remembered something from my childhood and it pisses me off.
10-Yard Fight. I guess we won't do a review on that. Let me 10-Yard Fight. 10-Yard Fight. All right. So, Tecmo Bowl, we're going to give this bad boy 4 farts out of 5. What? All right, so yeah, it's mostly because it was fucking one of the first football games ever to come out. So pretty much a fucking fun ass game for back in the day. Of course, if it came out now, I mean, what? But we're not talking about now. It has to do with your whole space time continuum and all of that shit. So back in the day, very awesome.
The shit?
Y'all know what's up.
We know it.
Did you watch any XFL games this past weekend, Wiggs?
Yeah, I caught a couple of games. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was trying to do some soldering to my system that I bitched about earlier. But yeah, caught some highlights. We actually had some pretty good games this week, and we had some pretty impressive results for me and you, not so much for LD and Whis. Grant Mills, you and I both went 3 out of 4 on our XFL pick'ems last week.
What?
Yeah, Whis went 50%. Boom! Whis went 2 out of 4. And guest picker LD. Yeah, LD's fired for 1 out of 4 accurate picks.
LD. He's probably playing pool tonight.
He probably is. We need to get him back on. He's we got to have him redeem himself either at the XFL level or USFL when it rolls out. But pretty good. McCarron looked pretty sharp yet again. You think this is his final landing spot at XFL, or do you think he'll make another NFL comeback?
Oh man, I don't know. He's still pretty good.
Yeah,
he looked all right, and I think maybe he could make one last run before becoming a quarterback coach somewhere.
I agree. I actually think he's kind of still in the show. I mean, he's leading the Battlehawks. 3 touchdowns, 236 yards. He may not be another starter or superstar in the NFL level, but he'd be a really, really solid backup. I don't think he needs the money at this point, but I definitely think I definitely think he's still got some gas in the tank.
I mean, he was in the league for like 10 years, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good.
It's not bad. If you're in the league, you're making good money. I mean, and you got a fucking hot ass wife that's fine as fuck. What else do you need, man? I mean,
Yeah,
even if his shit was to end right now, dude, I say, dude, you're straight.
yeah. He's probably having fun with it at this point. But yeah, Battlehawks over the Vipers, 29-6. Vegas once again tanking for me. Grant Mills and I both saw that one coming. Who else do we have? The Brahmas beat the Renegades. I think that's the only one we missed. I thought Arlington would win, but close game, 15-9. And tonight they had the Roughnecks lose to the DC Defenders. DC is 6-0. Yeah, and
Yeah, I think. Damn.
yeah, they're pretty damn good. That was that Tuamu. He played at Texas A&M. I remember watching him, thinking he was a good quarterback.
I thought he was at Ole Miss.
Was he at Ole Miss? I'm sorry, I think it's Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I got my my last names confused on there. Yeah, Ole Miss, good quarterback. I remember him though, and he's done pretty well here. He had 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, and DC remains undefeated, the only undefeated team in the XFL. So, and then the Guardians, 0-6, they lost to the Sea Dragons. I think LD said the Guardians were gonna win, but nope, 0-6.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I think they had Paxton Lynch and some other folks, but just not doing it, folks, for this season at least. So they're pretty bad. We can go ahead and get into the fucking picks, though.
First down.
Might as well.
Break them down.
XFL, where it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. March the 31st, Friday, Seattle at Arlington. What do you got there?
I'm going to go Arlington on this one.
I'm going to go Seattle.
I'm going Seattle as well. Ben DiNucci, y'all.
Saturday, April the 1st.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day, San Antonio at Vegas. This is a double. They got 2 games here. San Antonio at Vegas.
I like San Antonio.
I'm going San Antonio as well.
I'm going to go Vegas for the hell of it, yeah.
All right, cool.
Vegas sucks ass. Second game is DC at Orlando. I'm going to go DC.
Yeah, good pick. That's the battle of the undefeateds and the battle of the nothing but defeateds. 6-0 versus 0-6. So yeah, DC makes sense. But let's see if Whis will throw us off here.
I'm not dumb. I'm going DC Defenders.
Yeah, probably a good choice. Sunday, April the 2nd. We got the aforementioned St. Louis Battlehawks at Houston. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep rolling with AJ. He's getting better, I think, every week. So go with the Battlehawks. Even though their logo, I still say looks like a private school emblem.
I'm gonna go St. Louis as well.
I'm going H-Town, baby.
You know, we all want to see AJ do good. You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, he's still a winner. You can hate on him, but I want to see him do good. So maybe he'll get back in the league, and I don't know. I don't know where the fuck he'd go. Who needs a veteran quarterback? But you know, whatever.
Yeah, he's always been a gritty motherfucker. I think that's what I liked about him. Like, I think he genuinely, and he doesn't seem like a limelight kind of guy. He just seems kind of like an everyman, dude. He's gonna go out there, run it if he fucking needs to. He's gonna swap dirt and shit, dude. I respect that about any quarterback that's gonna go out there and be physical. And he still got it. You talked about it earlier in the show about quarterbacks. I mean, we talked before, and it's well known. Running backs, what's their lifeline in a NFL career? 2-3 years at best. On a lot of them, not average, but. or excuse me, average, not for everybody, but yeah.
Average is 3 to 5 seasons.
Yeah, I mean that's not a long time. And if you're a quarterback and you're getting hit too, and you're taking blindside hits and shit, man, that's a brutal career. And to still do it, I mean, anybody that lasts really over a fucking decade playing pro football, to me, is a bad motherfucker. I tip my hat to AJ McCarron, a hero of the Alabama Crimson Tide, still rocking it with the Battlehawks.
Yeah, I think he could be a viable backup somewhere, at least.
Yeah, I think he said that it was really the travel and the family. And man, I can't blame him. I mean, that's if you've got the money. I mean, do you really need much more of it? I mean, some people do, some don't. But you want time with your kids and shit. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, his wife, god damn. She's fine. I mean, I guess after a while, but you probably get tired of fucking her. I mean, she's hot as fuck, but it's kind of like with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get tired. I got tired of like a video game. She thought was cool. She thinks cool. At some point, if you're doing this shit all the time, you're gonna get bored.
Yeah, he can have
to.
to.
Bored of his wife or anything. I mean, hell, dude, she's hot as hell. Don't get me wrong, but why does shit happen the way it does? He don't know.
Well, he can befriend Garoppolo and get those passes out to the Bunny Ranch.
Hey, their shit's probably straight, man. I'm just talking hella shit, but I mean, my thing is, somebody told me this: for every hot woman that there is, there's a guy that's tired of fucking her.
I believe it.
I'm thinking, man, shit, why can't I be that guy? God damn, I want to be him.
I want to be tired.
Yes.
Let me get tired of that fine ass pussy.
I love.
I mean, I'm always fucking fine ass pussy. Y'all know that shit, mother feel. I know what he's talking about, y'all. Shit, sometimes you just want to be alone. I mean, it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
I don't know about a goddamn true player.
That's right. You don't know shit about a fucking true player, mother feel.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a minute.
Hey, damn. Well, we got the goddamn week. It's coming upon us, everyone. What's going on, J.Wiggs? You got to get in the field. What's going on this week?
Yeah, J.Wiggy's got a couple of field days this week. Nothing, it's going to keep me on the road a lot. I'll probably get down on some podcast. If you guys need to go back, Grant Mills will break that down. Plenty of good shit in the archives. Saturday is April Fool's Day. Do you ever get down on pranking somebody?
Not really.
I don't either. I never got into that shit. I hate when people fuck with me on April Fool's Day. So if you decide to fuck with people, just say it's a prank, bro, and I'm sure they'll immediately forgive you. All right? Isn't that what the kids do now?
I have no idea what the kids do. I don't have kids. I don't like them motherfuckers.
I don't either.
But I don't know, man. Like, I have no idea. Shit, like, yeah, I don't know.
I never thought pranks were like funny. I don't get into that shit.
Maybe if they're especially, I don't know, brutal, and you have a career filming them, I don't know. Maybe that might be fun.
Incredibly brutal. All right, I'm down with that. Fuck it.
Man, that might be kind of fun, but I mean, I think that's been done. But hey, it is. It isn't. All those guys are damn near. If they haven't succumbed, which they haven't, I mean, there's you got Steve-O. He's not a drug addict anymore. Bam Margera's going through crazy shit. Johnny Knoxville and all of them. I don't know. They've kind of. I haven't seen the latest Jackass. Have you seen the latest one?
I haven't, man. But they were kind of pioneers in that. I think if you're setting that standard, man, people that try to follow behind that, you can't. It's an act you can't follow. And I think so many people on the internet nowadays try to fuck too much with people, and that's why they get their lights punched out. So if you get down on that, you might get popped. Other than that, G Mills, you know what? I think I will hunt for the perfect burger on my travels this week, and I will report back next week.
Oh, man. Maybe you can get down on a nice regional burger there with Craigie.
I'm out, y'all. Straight player shit, y'all. Suck my dick and lick ass.
All right. Peace up. And all y'all out there, check out the old episodes. Like I said, Baller or Buster coming up next month for the NFL draft because we do that every year. You know what I mean? It's going to be the first 10, the top 10. Because I don't even know how it was, like 7 rounds now, but it's the top 10 of the first round. J.Wiggy, Whis, and I will call them as we see them. Baller or Buster. I don't know, but we're going to make those picks. And then, shit, like I said, look at the old episodes. Check out number 1 all the way up here, and you'll see what's up and how much we've progressed. Man, what you got any words of wisdom for the folks, Wicks?
No words of wisdom, but Baller or Bust is going to be a big hit. We've got a few more pro days coming up. We are in the second football season of the year, not as big as NCAA and NFL, but there's still a lot going on, so send us your picks in the chat or hit up Grant Mills. And Grant, take us home.
Yeah, y'all, we love all you guys. Definitely, we'll be back next Monday, 9:30. Like I said, check out the old episodes. Subscribe. Man, have a great week. Smoke it up. And, man, I can't even think of anything else to say, but,
we had a lot. We got a lot for next week. Come back, guys.
come back. Yeah, smoke it.
Brody, get in the zone.